If you guys love using the Wither Horde but hate that it takes up your exotic slot, then I've got just the thing for you. Bungie just introduced a brand new grenade launcher, the first of its kind in Destiny 2. It isn't like any other archetype of grenade launcher we've seen before. It's called the Lost Signal, and we're going to take a look at all the perks so you guys know what god roll you should be chasing when you guys get this thing to drop in Destiny 2, the final shape. So let's go.
Yo, it's time to subscribe to Paid to Be Famous. What are you doing?
Subscribe to Pay to Be Famous.
Subscribe to Paid to Be Famous. Like the video. Come on.
Hell
you know
yeah.
the drill.
Button.
And slap that like button.
So if you guys want to get the Lost Signal grenade launcher, it drops from just doing echo activities, or you can actually claim this in the season pass at rank 20. The Lost Signal is a legendary kinetic grenade launcher, and it does stasis damage. It comes with the unique grenade launcher frame called the Area of Denial frame, the first of its kind. It states that this is a burst fire grenade launcher. Each projectile creates a lingering pool on impact that deals damage over time. So it's pretty much the legendary version of the Wither Horde. And it also comes with the basic origin trait, Radiolaria Transposer. Rapid final blows cause targets to explode into a pool of Radiolaria fluid. So that right there is actually kind of like the Wither Horde, but you need to get rapid kills, whereas Wither Horde, you just need the one kill. Taking a look at the barrels, I would go with either quick launch or hard launch. Both of these are going to increase your velocity so those projectiles can get to those enemies quicker. And then for the magazines, there's only two options, high velocity rounds and implosion rounds. I would go with high velocity rounds. It's going to give you a plus 10 to velocity and a plus 10 to that reload speed, which is really nice. Now taking a look at the first column of trait perks, you have Strategist, Stats for All, Quick Draw, Threat Detector, Lead from Gold, Feeding Frenzy, and Auto Loading Holster. Strategist is a new perk, states that final blows with this weapon generate class ability energy. Activating your class ability briefly improves this weapon's stability. I did some testing with this weapon, and it took about 10 kills for me to get my class ability all the way back. So it gives about 10% ability energy on each kill. And the good thing about this perk on this weapon is that you can get 3, 4, 5 kills with just one grenade launcher shot if the adds are grouped up together and they walk through that Radiolarian pool. Could potentially get half your class ability back, which is really nice. Then we have Stats for All. Hitting 3 separate targets increases weapon handling, stability, reload, and range for a moderate duration. Once again, like I just stated, if the enemies are grouped up together, just one shot will get this perk to activate, and this will give you a plus 35 to your reload speed. The faster you can reload, the more grenades you can keep shooting. Next up, we have Quick Draw. This weapon can be drawn unbelievably fast. This is more of a PvP perk if you want to do some shot swapping in the Crucible, but it's not really necessary in PvE. Then up next, we have Threat Detector. Increase reload stability and handling when enemies are in close proximity. So this perk stacks twice, and at one stack, you're getting 15 stability, 18 reload speed, and 25 handling. And at Threat Detector times 2, you're getting 40 stability, 60 reload, and 100 handling. Threat Detector is going to be a very good option on this. Then up next, we have Lead from Gold. Picking up heavy ammo also grants ammo for this weapon. This is another good perk on this weapon to ensure you never run out of ammo. So if you don't want to waste a special ammo finder mod on your helmet, you can always go with Lead from Gold to help you out there. Then you have Feeding Frenzy. Each rapid kill with this weapon progressively increases reload speed for a short time. This is a good reload perk, but in my opinion, I think Threat Detector or Stats for All are better all around because they give you more benefits other than just reloading. And then the last perk in this column, we have Auto Loading Holster. The holstered weapon is automatically reloaded after a short period of time. Auto loading holster is going to be my #1 pick in this column just because I use Wither Horde a lot and I'm already used to just taking this out, shooting the one shot, putting it away immediately, and then doing damage with my other weapons. And then all it takes is 2.5 seconds and I can whip it back out again and it's ready to go. Now taking a look at the last column of trait perks, we have Wellspring, High Ground, Unrelenting, One for All, Vorpal Weapon, Reverberation, and Demolitionist. Wellspring states that kills with this weapon generate ability energy. The energy is divided between your uncharged abilities. Now this perk is very interesting because I'm thinking it could pair with the Strategist perk, that perk that gives you class ability energy on kills, and then Wellspring gives you ability to all your other abilities. That seems like a pretty nasty combo in my opinion. Let me know what you think about that down in the comments section. This could be very ability spammy in my opinion. Then moving on from there, we have the perk High Ground. Final blows with this weapon grant stacks of bonus damage. Attacking targets from higher ground immediately grants the maximum number of stacks. D2 Foundry states that In PvE, you get a 25% increase to damage, and in PvP, it's a 15% increase to damage. It's a decent perk, but you're not always going to have the high ground when using this. And there are other damage perks in this column, so high ground definitely is not the best damage perk to go with. Then up next we have Unrelenting. Rapidly defeating targets triggers health regeneration. Guardians and powerful combatants count as more than one kill. Unrelenting is a top tier perk in PvE. I don't know if you ever heard of a grenade launcher called the Forbearance, but a lot of players craft Unrelenting on their Forbearance, and seeing as how you can get multiple kills with just one grenade launcher shot, the chances that you're going to get that health regen to proc are very, very high. Then moving on from there, we have One for All. Hitting 3 separate targets increases damage for a moderate duration. One for All is a 35% increase to damage, and all you got to do is hit 3 separate targets. It is almost impossible to not hit 3 separate targets when you're using this grenade launcher, and the buff lasts for 10 seconds. One for All is definitely the best damage perk in this column, in my opinion. Moving on from there, we have Vorpal Weapon. Deals increased damage against mini-bosses, bosses, and vehicles, as well as guardians in their super. This is a special weapon, so it's only a 15% increase to damage, so I would definitely take One for All instead of Vorpal Weapon for a damage perk. Then up next, we have Reverberation. Final blows with this weapon increase the size of its detonations for a short duration. I have yet to get one of these grenade launchers with this perk on it, so I don't know how much bigger the radius is, but depending on how big the radius is, like perhaps it's like as big as the Wither Horde, this perk might actually be worth using. Let me know down in the comments if you have Reverberation on this grenade launcher and if it's working good for you. Then last up, we have Demolitionist. Kills with this weapon generate grenade energy, and activating your grenade ability reloads this weapon from reserves. Demolitionist is going to give you 10% of your grenade energy back every time you get a kill. So Guardians, now that we've gone over all the perks, what is the god roll? Well, in my opinion, for the barrel, I'm taking Quick Launch for that plus 10 velocity and plus 15 in handling, going high velocity rounds for plus 10 velocity and plus 10 reload speed. Then in the third column, I'm taking Stats for All to get that boost in my reload speed, stability, range, and handling. And in the last column, I'm taking One for All. I'm a sucker for more damage, and One for All has the biggest damage increase, so that seems like the play to me. And another god roll that I would be interested in is actually auto-loading Holster and maybe Wellspring, or auto-loading and Unrelenting to get that health regeneration back. And then for the masterwork, I'll probably be shooting for like a reload or a velocity masterwork. And then for the mod, you can go with something like Quick Access Sling to increase the weapon's ready and stow speed. Those are my opinions. Those are my thoughts. Let me know what you think about this grenade launcher down in the comments. What role are you going to be hunting for? I definitely think that this grenade launcher is worth your time, especially if you don't want to waste your exotic slot. So if you guys are new here, need more Destiny 2 in your life, consider subscribing to the channel, leaving a like if you enjoyed the content, follow me over on Twitch for the live streams, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Peace.